Okay, hey y'all. How's everybody doing? Um, just came in from outside, walking around a little bit there. I have to go out for some fresh air. Um, I always try to catch the sun out, but by the time I get moving and going, I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know. Because I was outside walking. I wasn't sure if I was gonna put my inside outfit on or just leave on my outside outfit. It gets warm in here too, see, so I'm not sure yet. I have a message for you, okay? That I got channeled in from from the ones, the whole, the collective, because I don't separate them. I probably, I don't know. It depends. I don't like to because they all are my family. I don't want to make one be over the other, you know. I do recognize their rank, you know, and where they at in their gifts. I do recognize that because you have to earn them gifts. So they ain't coming easy, I can tell you that. So I don't want to overstep that. So that means if I need one for this, I need one for that. Come up, call them up. Hey, come on now, I need you guys' help. But the key to that is stay connected all the time. Always stay connected. Don't disconnect from your family. And that's where you've been. Everyone has. You've been disconnected from the family, and you got clawed up and blocked up and a whole lot of other ups and downs and things that happened to your life because you lost touch with your family, with the collective, you know, with the mother, the energy of the grass, the trees, the plants. You know, who'd ever have plants might not even get up and pay them attention. I pay attention to mine 24/7. Okay, pretty much, not 24/7, but I do. But then I don't have to because they feel that love radiating out of my heart, and that's all I need. And when I do pay attention to them, they know and they recognize. Okay, so most of you don't do that, and you gotta learn how to feel. Get back into your feelings. Okay, not in the ego. That's the wrong feelings. Not your low feelings, but your high feelings. Okay, back into your feelings where you let that heart chakra comes on. You let that heart rotate, and then you begin to get in touch with the nourishment of your feminine side. Okay, the nourishments, and that's those who need it. Those who have had too much of it, you need to relax and get some of your masculine in on you because you done had too much of your feminine. A man or woman doesn't matter because you both got them. And men do not like to acknowledge their feminine because who the hell know? You've been blocked and told the lies, and you believe them up. Believe all the lies. Believe all the lies. You gotta stop believing them lies because that's all they are. Lying eyes. Remember that? Okay, so like I said, you've been blocked. Okay, you've been put inside of a blocked system. But I'm not breaking that down tonight because that takes a lot to break down. All I want to do is put information out for you to receive. And once you get it, you go and do something with it. And you take it and you dissect it and you research it and you look and see, where did that come from? Who ever told her that? Why did she even say these such things? What did she get it from? I can guarantee you look for it, it's going to find you. You're going to find it or it's going to find you. Okay? Look for it. Because that's the way it's going to happen. It's going to show up. If you want to know the answer, ask for it, look for it, seek for it, knock for it. But a lot of people don't want to know the answer because they know what it's going to do. Once you hear that answer, you know what it's going to make you have to shun something else that you already believed in. And then you got to look foolish in front of your friends or your whoever, your homies and your community and your church and your you know, because if you don't know the way, you need to learn the way or find the way. If you don't know it, but do you think you know it and you don't know? Most people do. You think you know and you don't know. But you know when you know that you know, then you know. So if you don't have that know that you know that you know, then know that you know that you know that you know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these things, I sweat on them. So, you know, you gotta hear the call. Hear the call. And if we are so busy up here, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever linear time you're living on. Because you know what? When you leave from down in this low vibrating energy, the energy that keeps you in a round and around circle of life, when you come out of that clock life, 24/7, clock around, clock, there is no time after that. Time does not exist. It only exists as a space of it in the time that it is. That's all. And that's wherever you at. So I'm in my now. That's the only where time exists now. In my now. That's in the space of my now time. You see, there's no time. And I know that for a fact that it does not exist. Okay? So you must take away the time of living on the 24-hour clock. You must begin to look at things in a whole nother different mannerism, a whole nother outlook. Take an outlook. See, those names that you hear being called Outlook, Notebook, Microsoft, whoever, Apple, just any name, any name. And the higher up, the more recognized they are, the more dirty they are. Okay? You may find a few, because remember, inside of the big dark, there's a little bit of light in there, and it's hiding. So sometimes, even though this big old circle over here is dark as it can be dark, you got this one doing this, and they all hooking together, doing their own thing, all this living their life, and they don't even realize that there's a little camera somewhere up on their life, and they think they hiding. Can't hide from the eye. This old seeing eye up in the sky. That's your moonlight. Oh, seeing eye up in the sky. Your moonlight, your moonlight. And that's what's happening. Because see, you don't know that they know whatever you do, however you do it, whatever you can almost think. They see you, they ain't, listen, there ain't no moon. It's not a moon. It's an observation center, okay? Where the cosmos take care of Earth. Because Earth is very extremely, very special. Extremely. That's why it's been always being hijacked from all these times. It's been just hijacked and treated so bad and nasty, just rough. And you're not just messing around with it. Earth is not just an Earth. It's, if you call it a planet, it's not just a planet. Not even a planet itself. Everybody call it a planet because it's in a planetarium with a dome over it. And that's what you live in. But it's not so much. It's not movable. It's like a little spaceship. You know, you got to see how it's made. And then there are gods that's on top of it. And so are you. But so I want to get into your channel message here. And give you something here. See, you've been brought on many of curses from generation and family and so forth and so on. And you've been brought into the life over and over of times again of believing that once married, always married. That's one of them. You only marry once, or you only marry twice, and two or three times is too many times. And that you should always marry your equal, always marry your own color, your own race, and all some crazy things in life that you've been taught about how the way life itself or mankind, or how you want to look at it, the whole making of man is made up. It's not made up in the way your collective thoughts think, because you're on a collective thoughts. That's what's confusing. You got to get out of the collectiveness, because in your collective you think the same and act the same and believe the same. That's not cool, unless you want to believe the whole and have you begin to get out of this circle in order to get more. You can't okay? How much bigger the circle gets, because the circle keeps going bigger and bigger. Have you ever seen the spiral of it? Have you ever seen the picture? Go find it. Look it up. And stop just walking around every day and finding days or something that there's nothing else exists except for where you at. No. The life exists outspanned way from where you live in your physical body, in your neighborhood, in your apartment, and in your job, and your boyfriend, and your girlfriend, and your husband, and that's nothing. That is just the start of a beginning of to show you the way. But you have not figured out that there is something about everything that you do and everything you say and everything you are and everything you believe in and look at and everything. There is something about it. And it's not just picking up the comb and combing my hair. There is something about that you must take a whole other consideration and consider who made this comb? Why did they make it this way? What is the reason why you have to do this? Why should I have to comb my hair? Is it necessarily comb your hair? You need to break it down. What they call dissect, you must dissect everything, no matter what it is. Because if you don't, you are not seeing outside of that little metric box that you've been built inside of, not realizing that you are. Like now we're in the hocus pocus days, the witch's time. We're in her time now. Hocus pocus. You go from one scene to another because you've already played them out, and you're in here in this little hologramic little they call it Mario that you are. You're in that to figure things, to kind of make a switch on certain things in life that you could have done better. Remember how to do with the grades? Well, yeah. So I do, teacher, your honor, whatever, teacher, principal, you got an A. Yeah, but you want to do better? Well, yes, you can do it. Go head on. Push yourself. Get on up there. Don't give up in the time of you on the roll. Get on the roll and roll your boat. Get in the downstream. Make me feel like your butters. So do that, because life is always moving, and it changes on a probability. Yeah, that's how your life is created. You doing the creating, but the probability is set in motion. So it's a probability that you may go this way or that way. That's all it means. And it's only in a probability. If you go this way, the results of it is going to be a change, somewhat maybe different than the one that would have went this way. Unless you split the thought, and if you went this way and you went this way, you split the thought, they're going to be the same. But the outcome, our time, I believe, most likely will come out and a whole nother different outcome that it would have been if you would have went this way. So that's how it continually operates all the time. And but you do not know that, so you're making these probabilities happen in your life more times than you even can imagine. And you're not, because you're not aware, you could have went the other way and everything would have turned out a complete, totally different, much better, much higher up, much, peaceful, much loving, but you went the other way and it didn't turn out. So either way, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so you have to, but that only comes by when you slow down. You got to learn how to slow down. Slow your energy down. Slow down, down. And that comes from if you learn how to breathe right. I am fire. So sometimes it takes me a long time to get the air moving. But you just got to know how to meditate. And that's what meditation is for. It's not for anything. You don't need it but about 10 minutes a day, morning or night, whatever. You just need it. First thing in the daytime is better. That's what they say. I don't know. I get mine when I can. But push some of the hot air back out, some of the old stale air that you've been carrying around inside of you, different stress, worries, and all that kind of crazy stuff. Okay? And don't let nothing get to you. Stop allowing things to get into you and take you over by your energy, and allowing your energy to stay down in a low vibration of ways of life. When you especially if you have already begun to see the way out of the dark. If you begin to see your way out of the dark, and you know that light is up there, and you done tasted, and you already know that all you gotta do is just keep going, because you know you're gonna get it, and that is where you're gonna find life and forevermore. You know that because you have got insight, and so now you're going. But then what happens? Did the wife turn back and look back for what? Why? Why did she do that? What the hell was she holding on to? What was it back there? Huh? What the? That was a skip thought, a lack of faith. Fear came in. And it happens. And then you lost your faith and believed in the fears. Or you just didn't trust what you heard, the directions, and go, and don't turn back. Don't look back. Just keep going. See, so I want you guys to see this here part here. Let me give me a little smoke here. Maybe I have to give me some music going. I don't like to dance on the video when I'm talking, because if I do, they'll flag it. If they flag this because the song is on here, and I was dancing, then they're flagging it because of they'll just do the music. You'll still hear me talk, okay? That's why they do it, okay? I mean, I'll still play it on another music anyway, on another video. So, but I wanted to say this. If I can get this, let me light this here first. And we have to get me a drink too or something. This will be called intermission, okay? that if I'm starting to moving around, we're taking an intermission break, right? Okay. So I may take a seat this time, okay? Because this is important. I don't know. I don't want to stop if I don't get this out. I may not get it out because they know how I am. So let me take a seat and then see how it works this way. I got this on. Okay, that's better. So I still got these things on. All right. Anyway, I want to explain to you how marriages and dating and getting girlfriend, boyfriend, how it works, okay? See, when you was growing up as a kid, you're supposed to be structured the right way. And when you got a certain age, you're supposed to be starting to get interested in a girl, and you want to date her, or vice versa. then you would be able to go and do that, according to whatever amount of household you lived in. And then that you and that girl or guy, whatever, got so far in your relationship to sometimes you just didn't get along because whatever wasn't happening, you wasn't on the same wave for one of them. That was what it should have been, but you didn't know that your frequencies was off, and then so you wouldn't be able to build a stable life on that on the frequencies being off. And so you would either have to just go on, each one going by your business, which is what should happen. But because we have been dumbed down to think that you're supposed to fight about it and get all crazy over one, but you're not supposed to do that, because all you're supposed to do is go in that relationship, which was meant for you to do it, because at the vibration that you were at, you draw that one to you, and they draw it to each other. But what you were supposed to get was something out of it. Every relationship you be in, no matter what it was in, you come out of there with one, if nothing but one something, you come out of there with that one something. You always should get something out of it, okay, and move on, okay? That's all you do. Good, because they all in there for to teach you a lesson, especially in the beginning of your courtships, okay? And then as you keep going, sometimes, some very rare, because you start the course in the root chakra, which is mostly where your karmic life is at, all your growing up, all your things that you need to know, that what to do right, what to do wrong, whatever, which there's no right, there's no wrong, but it's all according to your perception, how you sit back and begin to see how things are structured, because that's what it is, it's a structure. And if you know how to structure your life, or whoever can structure it, it would be structured the right way. And then so you get up into your sacral chakra, and you start creating things that you want, even though you don't know you're creating, but you are, and how you want your life to become, and how you want to meet somebody, blah blah blah. And then you possibly you can meet someone that's a karmic, but sometimes it'll be karmic soulmates. That means both of you got a little more maturity in you. If it's sometimes more when it's just all karmic, is no maturity in each other's life enough to make it become something of a great life. So you have to learn. Those are learning lessons. So you learn from that, and you move on. You get a lot. You have in the cosmos, the way it's taught. You have many karmic partners all the time. You have all as much as you want. That is up to you. But then once you started growing up, you don't want to continue in that, because it doesn't grow. It just keeps cycling around. It never grows. There's no growth there. So you want to start growing up, and you want to grow up, and you begin to get more mature, and you keep going up. You get soulmates, and you get a lot of, I don't know. It depends on you. Many or just few. You get some. I don't know. I probably only had my other me, but not me. But mother me probably only had like 3 or 4. I guess I don't know. But so you get them soulmates, and then and in the soulmates you can get married. Depends on where you get in your line, in your vibration, and you get married and you settle down, and you begin to live a more steady life, more grounded. But you don't stop living. You do not stop having fun. You don't stop enjoying life. You take life to the highest level at that point. Because 2 is always better than 1 when you're on the same frequency. And you take life. Don't take it for granted, but don't take it for too serious and not serious enough. You live in a happy state, in a joyful state, because you don't allow things that you pick up to stay. You put it back where if the stove, how'd you get your hand back right? Okay, you don't touch it no more. Okay, and those are your learning spurts. So you learn and you move on. And you don't necessarily have to stay with a mate all your life, because that's not the way it's built. How are you going to learn anything if you don't experience different mates? As soulmates, when you get up into the higher part, when you when you get to the twin, I think after the soulmates, that comes your twin flame or your twin ray. That's only one of them. There's no. You don't get but one. So I don't know who tell you there's more than one. It's not. You only got one, because how are you going to have more than one twin? You ever heard of such? Where is it gonna come from? A twin is a twin. That's all it is. And it's not that you're separate. These twins are same soul. They are the exact same soul. Kind of a piece of that one and a piece of that one into another life of living, and you go into many different dimensions, many different universes and live them until you make plans with each other. Sometimes they each go into the same life each time and meet up with each other, and they keep going out and going in, coming out until the last time of their life, and then they come back into to this life again, so they can come back to that one soul back together again, and they go back home. That's how it works on this planet. So you don't have to life is made to evolve. Okay, it's not made to be settled and have a way of staying still and not growing and not moving. And the only way you're going to do that is you're going to have to allow the heart to be completely open. You're going to have to let, and I don't want to just use the word like love, because it's not taught that way. You gotta go through some own pains in order to get the love that is truth and real and whole, and there's nothing like it. It don't come by fly of the night either. You can't even get it that way. But the twin flame ray is something that, the reason why I brought that out to tell you about all the different soulmates, different so on and so on, because this is a song that they want me to put out on this video here for you guys. And this song is going to talk, when I put this song on here, you guys going to have to pick wherever you fit at in this song, okay? Wherever that fits with you, wherever you at, that's the part you pick from the song. Because some twin flames going through your cycles, because you have to take your life's lessons, whether you coming together on this timeline or whether you're not. You still got life lessons you have to take, have to encounter or what, endure, whatever. But once you begin to break out of your lessons and different, you get some growth behind your belt, and you begin to break out of your life that you've been molded in. You come to the place that you meet your twin flame, or your soulmate. Let's say it's a soulmate, and it doesn't matter. Let's just say it's a soulmate, and you meet them. One of them could be married, okay, or you both could be. The reason why I'm giving you this, because they want you to know what happens here is that in the cosmos there is no wrong and there is no right, none whatsoever. It's all how you perceive it and how you choose to conduct it, contrive with it, okay, on whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever situation is. So what if one of you meet your soulmate and your twin flame, and they're married, and they know that heart, once that heart is open and the heart is touched, there ain't no shutting it off. And they know that strong pull is not just a strong pull just because. And at home, wherever that one is, or whoever that is, wherever they may be, that ain't it ain't fitting. But you're putting up with it. And you've been putting up with it for a long time till you came across this energy here. And it matched with something that you had in you that was perfect, that you've been wanting. But yet instead you following after that heart that leads you, supposed to. I mean, you put them together, because when sometimes you're going to have to do a logical, way of figuring something out, and then something you got to bring them together and let them work together. But the heart never lies. And the heart wants what the heart wants. The heart is, but you don't let this here lie to your heart, because it can and it will. You got to be wise as a serpent, and yes, gentle as a dove. And that's true. You got to know when to fold them and know when to hold them, okay? So you got to know how to the cycles of life work. Because if you don't know how the cycles of life work, you could miss out on something that was far much more better and highly greater than what you was holding on to. Not knowing that it was okay to let it go. But you've been going by what your parents told you, what your grandparents told you, tradition bullshit, and the church world. Fuck that shit. Because it's all lies. Lies. I, the Lord God, create, form light, and I create evil. I'm just using just what your Bible say. I do all these things. So what you're looking at is what been formulated in your world and in your life and in your thoughts and in your head and in your beliefs. You're not filling out what the energy of source wants from you to get your life where it deserves to be, because you could have done something on your life, because you're creating it. Remember I say you're creating that life. And you don't know you're creating, but you are. And so you could have been creating something that you wanted for yourself so long ago. But when it finally came, so I was put it there for you to come into to vibration with it. And then you looked and figured out that what was going on over here was just horrible, terrible, nasty, and ugly, and just, I don't like it. My whole life is fucked up. But then I got this and I got this, maybe a couple of little things that I really kind of, so I maybe just hang out. No. Because over here, Source got something that's going to speak to you, and it's going to speak Dan to you. Then you're gonna like it. You're gonna like a big fresh breath air. It's gonna be so fulfilling. It's gonna be the one thing that you hope for and really hope for it sometime back. Girl, female, whatever it could be. Who knows? Could be anything. No matter what. Could be something. Whatever. Just know that sometime what is happening in the ethers is where you truly are from. That the cosmos, the ethers, is moving some things around in order to get one thing that it needs to be over here. They have to put something else over there, just like playing chess, and it does. They play it all the time with your life. If they didn't, then the Kabbalists wouldn't be having the fucking chess, what you call them thing, checkers. Have you seen the homes and things? Those black checkerboards and everything checkerboard. Checker, that's a symbol of yin and yang in you in one way, okay? Skip to the lures, chop, or whatever they do. So I have not did my research on it, but I've always known that black and white, remember, no matter, even, well, it does matter on even the symbols that you put it in. But I always didn't know that it meant something more than just the black and white or the checker, the checker clothes you wore. Okay, I always did know that, but I have to do the full research on it to see it as what it is, because it is what it is. And here's the thing: it could be even, as you would say, evil. I mean, you could it could be dark over here and light over here, or you know what I'm saying. So just because it's symbolized to be dark, every energy has both in there. Okay, you got both. I like to call it top and bottom. This is the dark part, and this is the light part. Okay, but I could be most likely wrong because we're in the ocean and you're standing in there with your feet, Okay, I mean, even though you are, then the head is where the thoughts come in from. I don't know how to figure that out, because I like to put it this way, but I could be wrong. It could go this way. You know what I'm saying? Or just this way. Probably a better way to put it. But then it's got to be divided, because they can't stay in the same. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. But so you got to know. Put this on. Oh, man. I need to go get something to eat. I probably should stop you guys here. But I'm working on getting you to see how you gotta be more open for change to happen in your life, because you don't grow without change. There is no growth with no change. I'm telling you, it does not. When the baby was a tiny little baby, did it grow? Did it change? Okay. So this is the way to, think outside the box. You gotta have change to have growth. And if you don't have changes, you can be in a job for 50 years, but you did not test the waters for anything that you had the abilities to do and could have done just as well, even better. But you just refuse to even go put your feet in the water. Well, what do you call that? I call it fear. It's a sign of fear. But why must you do with the darkness of yourself and allow the fear of whatever it is keep you from being a superhero? Which is true. Why not want to achieve better no matter what? No matter what. And no matter where you're at. But because you don't know reality and how it's created and how life cycles work, because you've been put in a spell of dumb, yeah. Okay? You've been put in that, what they call a monkey brain, and that's what the brain you've been using, and you use the monkey brain 20 all the time, not knowing that monkey brain is only that small. Not the bigger brain, okay? So you have to know that the waters is always moving, and the waves is going through in frequency, and you can feel the currents. Okay, they're always moving. How much water in you? 70-80%, they say, right? So you have to find how not to be stagnant, not to be in a stillness of not wanting to move, and not wanting more, and not wanting better. You always should want more, because there is more to have. When you're not even thinking that you've been putting more in your treasure chest, that's wherever that they keep it for you, because there is one for everyone. You've always got a treasure chest that's as long as you get your homework done. You come in here, you get your work done, and you do your right things, and you do your things, and you know that you're going to please mommy and dad, or whoever you're going to please up there, you know, the whole source of the collective. And you touch, you're not doing this for you, you're doing it for everyone. And as you do that dark life of your life, and that holding yourself back in your life, and that life of fear, and all those ugly things that you do, and you stress and you worry, you're still doing for this half of the whole, which is dark. Because this is the only word on this planet right here is the only word that works at. When you leave from out of this energy right here, on this planet, in this dimension, if you can know what a dimension is, if you don't know, go look it up. Okay? It's a, I don't want to go there. Okay? But it's how you see, the picture that you make. When you take a picture, you know, the picture is in a box, it's in a square, it's in something, and most on this line here, well, this is more than a try, right? I'm gonna go there either. I think it's that the L shape, right? Been in the L shape. Okay, but so, you gotta understand what dimensions is like, and so dimensions, you can either, I don't know if you can just stay there and not never grow at all. But I think you can. You can just make life just be whatever it is, and just don't do anything about it, and just take it and just keep going until the day you leave here. What not knowing, when you do leave here, you don't go from here to somewhere that's ain't worth nothing. You go somewhere that's something that's worth something. And once you get to where that's something that's worth something, you're gonna be so ashamed of why you look so dirty against what looks so bright and clean, till you're gonna like, what happened here? Why I'm here? What the fuck is going on? You know, shit, y'all got the light going on up here, and I'm darker than sun. You know, you feel good. You know, you feel like you really done died. Okay, you feel that way too. And then they'll may decide on whether you need to go back and finish that shit that you started because you got it fucked up. You didn't do nothing. All you did was just let whatever. And you just took life and you know. And so you need to go do some work and fix your life and grow and grow and grow. And that's what they want you to do. And learn how to grow. Stop just being a weed. And the weeds grow, but what good are you? You see? So I want you to make plant out of you. Make something good. Okay? And you make it be as a beautiful vegetable for you can feed yourself and many. See? And so you must take on the hope, the thought, the life, and the inspiration of learning and wanting to have a good life, a better life, or something. Even if you don't want to leave from out of your dark world, at least want more dark or something. A better dark. I don't suggest that, but because their dark don't look dark. It looks like it's light, but it's not. It's dark. And you only can decipher that if you're in the center of it. But here's the case. Once they suck you in, this is how it works. They suck you in into the area of ground floor. And you start to change like little monsters. And you start to change from wherever you at into their energy, because you're sucking it in, and you're in there with them, aren't you? Yeah, Are you talking with them, so you're exchanging? So they get in your thoughts, and getting your thoughts, and putting exchanging thoughts with each other. You're gonna be still coming and still going. They're gonna still get sucked in, and then once they get you where they want you to be, much dark than where you were, Lose those grandma conscious and all those things grandma told us. Don't even think about that because they don't want it in there. Then they gonna give you a little bit of step up on them. Get off that ground floor after you done been down there for a minute, okay? Got enough dark in you. They gonna ease you up them damn steps. They need to take you down further. Okay, so I need to dance. Nobody. So as I was saying, don't hold life in your hands and don't be the one who wants to control your life or whatever. If you're going to control your life, at least allow your life to be controlled as a whole. Don't try to be the only one who knows what you need to do with your life, or the only one who knows what's right for your life. You ain't the only one that know nothing about your life, because you really don't know. But it'd be better for you to find out who do know, because there's a much more higher mind that knows about what you're going on with your life than you know. And some of you call it God, and you can keep calling it God. It just depends. Whatever you want to do, what you call it God. But if you at least call it God, at least stay connected or get connected with it, and don't be allowing yourself to be ran by you know who. What is his name? I don't know. Y'all call him all kinds of names. Okay, I say who he is. He's you. You're on the dark side of yourself, and that's what I see it as. You, yourself, and I. Me, my. I love me by five. Putting all together. Mix up what you got. A combo, a jumbo soup, whatever. This is gonna be, I don't know how much more you need to sweeten it up. Gonna get some of this one, but grow. Don't stay. Grow. If you in a happy marriage and everything seems to be going just wonderful and beautiful, and neither one of you are not behind the door suffering like you can't breathe because you're not happy with yourself, then that's good. I'm happy for you, and you can continue on because you're making growth. Because that's where you're supposed to be, wherever you're supposed to be. But those that's sitting there and one of you is in the miserable of your life, and you're just staying in the marriage because you got to do the right thing. You got to do what the church say. Please your husband or your whatever. Please your husband. Please your wife. And you don't want to look funky in the eyes of the family and fuck the family, because you don't even know them. They're not your family. They're not your family. Nope, sure not. Until you know that the family is a family that is formed together, that makes it whole. They have nothing between them. They don't have no slip in the middle. And that's what really makes a family. Doesn't matter who they are or what bloodline they born in. So if you're not that, you are a frenemy. Friend, enemy. Okay? Fam, and then you got frenemy. See, so it makes you think that the friends, I don't know what they want to make it be. Another little side post of the family, I guess. I don't know. But that's not what it is. It's a frenemy. Unless you family, you are frenemy. I don't care if you live in the same household. You're still a frenemy until you learn how to have it whole. Make it whole. Don't put no between. Love me as I love you. Ooh, you look good, baby. Yes, you do. Yeah. So, you don't love yourself, how you gonna love me? Can you love me? What you do not have for you? You know, can you? Do you love yourself? Can't love me then. Do I love me? Nope. Then you can't love me. You can't love him then or her. So you know that? So you don't matching. And so therefore, unbalance in life is going to be happening in your life because you just choose to stay into whatever, a place in life that you're not growing. But you think you're growing, but you're not. Not growing. And if you're still on the same subject that you was on 25 years ago on the same Bible, teaching the same thing, where is that growth at? Huh? It's supposed to be body, soul, mind, and spirit. Everything. Spirit, mind, body, everything supposed to grow. Huh? Not this way. Like me when I'm in there. I'm gonna fix that though. I'm gonna take it on. I know how to fix it. But so, growth is making things better. Better. Better, best. Right? That's growth. Make things better. And there's so many ways to do that. So many wrong ways, so many right ways. You decide. You gotta have a little bit of dark with light, but that's all. A little bit of light, but no, that's all. Just until you move on about from the dark and light and dark and light. And once you make that decision, I choose light. And you just become all right. And I don't know when you become not, the dark does not exist inside of the light. At one place, I can't remember what dimension you're in. I think it's pretty up a little bit more higher than 5. I'm not sure. But the higher up you go, the more light you become. And then, there is no more and then dark in there at all, as some call it. Yet at the same time, I was gonna say, the dark that will, whichever dimension that it resides in, even when it's there, it's so faint. You gotta really be on positive to really recognize it, okay? Because so that is very hard to do while you're in this dimensions here, in the lower, 3, the conscious mindset or whatever, life. But if you ever get the hang of it and you begin to see how it operates, you'll stay as positive as you possibly can, because that is the higher vibration of the going up. It keeps you in a higher mindset, higher physical, higher energy. Okay, it helps you to, the higher up sometimes the better you can see. So keep that in mind. Okay, all right. So I don't know if I'm gonna stop and then just come back. I probably will, because I may say some more stuff on that. So because I want to really hammer it home so you can really see how it works. Okay, but I'm gonna stop it from here and take me a little intermission break because this is what I need. And then maybe I may do some dance or something, and then I'll come back on another video. It depends, okay, because I still got a lot of things going on here. Okay, but, okay, so I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. And I will probably just see you on the next video with, whatever's where. And remember that I love you guys. I love you a lot. I love you much. Okay. Namaste.